Norway just found something that could blow its dependence on oil out of the water. Not in 50 years, not in some far-off future, but right now. Beneath its mountains and deep in its Arctic seas sits a fortune in metals so valuable they could redefine the global energy map. We're talking about the lifeblood of electric cars, wind turbines, and next-gen tech. Rare earths and critical minerals the world is desperate to get. And Norway is sitting on deposits big enough to shake China's grip on the supply chain. In Telemark's Fen Complex, geologists hit the jackpot, up to 9.7 million tons of rare earth oxides. Europe's largest known deposit, bigger than Sweden's Kiruna. These aren't just rocks, they're magnets, batteries, and military tech waiting to be made. The kind of metals you cannot build a green future without. Until now, China's monopoly has kept the West dependent, and Norway just changed the equation. Mining could start by 2030, and if they play this right, Oslo could become the Saudi Arabia of critical minerals. And they're not stopping at land. In 2024, Norway opened 280,000 square kilometers of Arctic seabed for exploration, an area bigger than the UK. Down there, mountains of copper, cobalt, and rare earths locked in cobalt-rich crusts and polymetallic sulfides. The kind of resources that could fuel the clean energy revolution for decades. Tech companies are already building the machines. Robotic harvesters designed to crawl the ocean floor 3 kilometers down, sucking up mineral-rich nodules and scraping metallic crusts off undersea ridges. Every gram they pull up could go straight into EV motors, solar panels, and grid batteries. The payoff is enormous. Analysts say deep-sea mining could unleash $20 trillion worth of materials, enough to dominate the 21st century energy market. But there's a catch, a big one. Environmental groups are already in battle mode. World Wildlife Fund took Norway to court, accusing the government of pushing ahead without proper environmental studies. Activists are demanding a total moratorium on deep-sea mining. And for now, the government has hit pause. No mining until full environmental reviews are complete. Norway's dilemma is clear. Push ahead and risk aggravating activist groups who protest using the same phones and iPads that these minerals would supply. Or hold back and risk missing a once-in-a-century economic opportunity. And this isn't just about money, it's about power. Whoever controls the supply of rare earths controls the future of clean tech, military hardware, and high-end manufacturing. Right now, China calls the shots. Norway could be the first serious challenger. If they succeed, they don't just replace oil revenues, they could eclipse them. The path forward is a gamble, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Norway built its modern wealth on oil rigs and gas platforms. Now it has the chance to lead the clean energy era. The next decade will decide whether it becomes a global green tech powerhouse, or a cautionary tale of countries who can't stand up to noisy activists and get left behind. The clock is ticking. Demand for rare earths is set to explode as the world races to electrify transport and overhaul energy grids. China's dominance is already a political flashpoint in Washington, Brussels, and Tokyo. Norway's deposits could be the wedge that cracks that monopoly wide open. If they move fast, they could control a strategic resource every major economy needs. If they hesitate, someone else will fill the gap. Norway stands at the edge of a new resource boom. The oil age made it rich. This next age could make it unstoppable. The question is, will they take the big leap?